It's December. It's a week before Christmas. Thought I'd share a few minutes of what my winter garden looks like. As you can see, I've been reprocessing a lot of the beds here and getting them all ready. But I've still got an awful lot going on over here. Now you have to remember that just because it's winter, well, here in California it's a little bit different. We do get some freezes, but there's a lot of things that will tolerate the cold. I mean, I've got arugula, I've got spinach, I've got lettuce, I've got, you know, all the onions are coming up, kale, I've got lots and lots of kale, and we've got a lot of sprouts that are coming up over here. Not sprouts, but, you know, starters, little starters. So a lot of what's in our herb bed is just barely hanging in there, but, you know, look at all this kale. It's just coming up just vigorously. So what I've been doing is have a nice sunny day here. We've got one bed over there that was just overplanted. Now that's not a bad thing unless you forget it. All these little starts here came from that area over there. It doesn't look like I hardly changed it a bit, but it was just overplanted. I pulled them all up and they're going to be just fine. This is my strawberry bed, but I know I don't have anything happening here for several months, so you know I'm going to put some, I'm going to change out half the strawberries, so I'm going to put some lettuce in there. I planted these about a week ago and they're doing just fine. We had a freeze the night before last. There was ice on the ground, but they're tolerating it. Look at how much goes. And I just brought these in today. Now, some of them won't make it, but you know, most of them do. I'm really surprised. Over in the beds over here, I've got, I planted snow peas all the way along here. And as soon as those start taking off, then I'll build a structure. And I've got lots of onions and all kinds of things coming up in this bed. I think I'm just going to redo it though. I'm going to start all over. And over here, this is the asparagus bed. There's a little bit in here, just the last foot or so. Now asparagus has been kind of a disappointment for us. We only planted one row, and I think I should have planted the entire bed with asparagus. We should have just forgotten about it. It comes through, but it's just not quite enough. You know, one row of asparagus, it's about 4 or 5 years old, so it puts out new sprouts every spring. There's actually some popping up right now. But if you're going to do asparagus, think about how much of an area you want to dedicate to it. I probably should just change this whole bed out and make it all asparagus. So anyway, that's where I'm at. It's a week before Christmas. Oh, the teepee area has turned out quite nice last year. I planted beans and all kinds of stuff to grow up this teepee. I put strings all the way around it, and I filled the rest of the enclosure with tomatoes. And today I just had to pull out the last of the tomatoes. I was amazed that I was still getting tomatoes a week before Christmas. But we had that freeze, and as soon as it freezes, the tomatoes aren't good anymore. So, I mean, they weren't the best tomatoes, but I just couldn't bear to tear them all out. So I turned the soil over. I'm going to go get some chicken manure and throw it on right now and leave it kind of rough. Before I rake it out, I throw the chicken manure in so that when I rake it out, it distributes it real nice and neat. So that's where we're at, and Merry Christmas to all. Now get out and work in your garden.